like just about any month of the year, July offers us an assortment of green leafy vegetables, including things like wild lettuce, wood sorrel, sow thistle, salsify, and purslane. All of these plants, or actually I should say groups of plants, are common in Michigan, so they're worth knowing about. Now, explaining every detail required to identify all of them would be a very long discussion, so instead of doing that, I'll just point out some key features and focus mainly on their edibility. Wild lettuce is certainly a plant worth knowing about, but it's nothing like cultivated lettuce. Compared to cultivated lettuce, wild lettuce is rather bitter. The young leaves are okay for salads, but you're probably going to want to cook the older leaves. When you're out there foraging in the Michigan woodlands, there's a good chance that you'll find wild lettuce. With a height of up to 10 feet tall, it usually stands above most of the other plants, so it's not too hard to find. And if you do find it, you notice that you won't need too many leaves to make a salad, as each leaf can be over a foot long. Wood sorrels are distinctive little plants that make an excellent addition to salads. You won't find them standing above too many plants, but you will find them just about everywhere they have a chance to grow. They prefer woodlands and can be identified by looking at their leaves. Each leaf has 3 heart-shaped leaflets, and each leaflet is folded down the middle. Those features, in combination with yellow or purple, 5-petaled flowers, and long narrow seed capsules, is a sure sign of wood sorrels. Sow thistles are common weeds that invade fields, roadsides, vacant lots, and many other places in the city and country. 3 species are found in Michigan, and all 3 of them have edible leaves. But in order to use those leaves, you need to trim the spines off their margins. You can also try boiling the leaves to soften the spines, but that may not be effective if the leaves are old or if the spines are stiff. Sow thistles actually look more like dandelions than thistles, but remember that dandelions never have stems, and sow thistles always have stems. These plants also have quite a few other differences, but that one is pretty obvious. Salsifys are another source of green leafy vegetables available in June, July, and August. You can also eat the roots of all 3 species in Michigan, but you need to gather the roots before the stems develop, and it can be a little bit tricky to identify the plants at that time. When eaten fresh, salsify leaves taste very similar to romaine lettuce. They make an excellent addition to salads, and they're equally suitable as pot herbs, at least in my opinion. As for the task of gathering salsify leaves is easy, so it's not going to take you all day to gather enough for a meal. And the same could be said about the other plants that we just covered for July. Common purslane doesn't grow more than a few inches tall, but it can cover large areas of open ground at a record pace. It especially likes agricultural fields or sandy or gravelly areas where there's not too much competition from other plants. Leaves of common purslane are completely safe and nutritious, and they're also thick, fleshy, mild-flavored, and a little bit slimy. In the past, these leaves were sold in grocery stores, but these days, you're more likely to find them growing in the parking lots of grocery stores rather than inside the stores. And one last note for July is wild bergamot. The leaves and flowers of this plant can be added to salads, cooked as pot herbs, or steeped into tea. Wild bergamot is a member of the mint family, and like so many members of this family, it has square stems, opposite leaves, and a minty aroma. It's very common in Michigan, and it's not that hard to identify. So if you need something that works as a seasoning or something to steep into tea, feel free to try wild bergamot.